I'm making sourdough today and I want to talk about the bulk ferment with the higher hydration. This loaf is around 75% hydration, so it's going to be a little bit stickier than it typically would be if you were using a lower hydration. So mine has been bulk fermenting in a warm spot in my kitchen for about 5 hours now, and it's not ready, and I want to talk about how I know why it's not ready. So here's the dough. The first thing I check for is how jiggly it is, and it's not very jiggly. It's still sticky. It also isn't as puffy as I would like it, and it's not pulling very clean from the bowl. I'm gonna put this back into a warm spot and we'll check it again probably in about 2 hours. All right, it has been now 7 hours since I mixed all the ingredients, so let's check the dough. Jiggle test, much more jiggly than it was. It's not sticky anymore, and it's pulling from the bowl beautifully. So that tells me we are ready to shape it. Now I make sure I have everything prepared before I start shaping it. I have my loaf pan and I have rice in the bottom. Gotta spread that out so the bottom of the bread doesn't burn. Got my parchment paper. Sprinkle the counter with some flour. Let's dump the dough. Clean dump. And now I'm gonna shape the dough. I put it into a square or a rectangle shape and just stretch it out thin, but make sure that you don't tear the dough. And then you're gonna fold it into the tri-fold and fold it into itself 2 times, and then roll it as I do here. And then you're gonna pull some tension on the dough. Where mine's going into a loaf pan, I wanna pull tension so it's longer and not round like an artisan loaf would be. And then just plop it into your loaf pan. And it's nice and jiggly. And a little pro tip, after you dump out your dough, to clean it, if you sprinkle some flour in it and then rub it in, it'll make a little dough ball. That way you're not getting anything down the drain. That would have all gone down the drain had I just soaked it. Clean bowl, and just saved my pipes. Cut the parchment paper back just so the lid can sit on tightly. I'm gonna let the dough relax a little bit before I bake it. So I'll wait about 10-15 minutes and then I'll start to preheat the oven. And then once it's up to temp, pop it on in and we'll make it. Loaf is done. And now we cut it. Here is the crumb. The taste test is the most important part. So having a higher hydration on your bread allows for the crumb to be a little bit more open. So I definitely recommend aiming between 70 and 75% hydration. Thank you for watching, and I hope that this helps.